Good evening, everyone. Welcome to United Sauce and Wingers. I'm Dominic, and we've just drawn to Everton 3-3 in the last kick of the game. The last kick of the game in this show, in this video, in this stream, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna say how it completely is. I am absolutely fuming. All the good things that we did in this game is completely overshadowed now. Bruno scored a Cantona-esque goal that we should be talking and telling our grandkids and great grandkids. But now all we're talking about is how we bottled it again, how the players bottled it again, how our defense cannot keep the ball out of the goal, out the net for 2 seconds. I'm not trying to be negative in this show. I'm saying it as it is. I'm saying it as it is, as a fan, and as I believe a lot of fans will be feeling. Bottled it. We will never win the league in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years with the defense that we have right now. In this stream, look, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about where it went wrong. But you know what? I'm not going to give the satisfaction to all these dead teams out there who are thinking we're going to be like, oh, yeah. I'm still going to talk about the good points. I'm still going to talk about Bruno. I'm still going to talk about Cavani, El Matador, because these players were playing to win the game, but we have a massive thing we need to address. It's needed to be addressed for so many years, and we still not addressed it. We will not win the league with the team as it currently is now because we've got so many holes, so many things that needs to be addressed, and it is shocking. It is shocking. So stay tuned. I want to get your views, guys. I'm Dominic from United Source. This is Sean as guest. You got Naji as guest. You got Aiden, and we're going to tell you how we feel that game went, and we want to hear what you're saying because I am absolutely fuming. This is terrible. Ollie's face said it all, guys. Ollie's face said it all about this. This feels like a loss. In the thumbnail, I've said it. Our defense is shocking. I give up. I cannot put my full faith in this team until we sort out defending as a team in a mentality and our defense. And when I say our defense, that includes De Gea too, because I need that guy to be coming out and punching that ball like his life depends on it. Like his life depends on it. This is the difference between a championship winning team and someone who goes to the park and plays football. It's embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. I'm disgusted of what I've seen. And for me, I don't know where we go from here. We've got FA Cup. It's shambolic. Look, guys, thank you for tuning in. Like the video. Just cheer me up somehow. Like the video. Really help. And subscribe if you're new. We're just going to go straight and get some opening comments. Guys, we've got people watching, and I feel, I've got people in the comments already trying to egg me on. Don't do it. Don't do it. I see you already. He's an Arsenal fan. I don't want to hear it. Guys, I want to get your thoughts about how you went. Just give me your opening statement. Just give me 2 minutes. Sean, I'll start with you.
Where to start, man? It's such a disappointing way to end the game. It's like there were so many good parts, and it's completely changed the emphasis and the narrative in terms of the way we finished that game. And I feel like that just sums up literally where we are. And I tweeted out, we're so close, yet so far.
Oh, man.
And I feel like that sums up where this team is and where we're at. We're almost there, but the same issues, the same frailties, the same softness, the same underbelly, which is the Achilles heel of this team, it just pops up time and time again. And yeah, you've said it, I've said it. You know, the centre-back pairing that we've got is not good enough. And for me, it's on them. And it's like, as the attacking players that we've got, you know, the likes of Bruno, Cavani, outstanding, Rashford, Greenwood, it's like they're doing their bit, but the defense is costing them. And if I was in that team, I'm fuming. Because it's not just once, it's time and time again in the crucial moments, these players are getting caught out. And I think it's not about, you could talk about systems, you could talk about patterns of play, you could talk about defending as a unit. Individually, our centre-backs simply are not good enough at the top level. And I think that's ultimately what it boils down to. All the rest around that, you know, there's a lot we can pick out, but there was a lot of positives as well. But I feel like it's not new. Yeah, I'm pissed. Yeah, I'm annoyed. But it's like, these are things that we know, and we know that Ollie and we wanted to address in the summer, but the financial constraints that we're operating under means that we're in this position. And hopefully, I'm sure they're going to address it. They have to address it because the rest of the pieces, so they address it in the summer because the rest of the pieces in the team are nearly in place. I feel like we're 85% complete. We just need those final pieces of jigsaw. But right now, it's just raw and it's emotional, man.
Bro, you know what? I don't care. I'm emotional. I'm feeling it. It's an emotional sport, right? We literally, you know what? When we got to that end bit, I knew a goal was coming. I knew a goal was coming. I don't know what Aaron Wan-Bissaka was doing. Where is that experience to keep ahead and go, whoa? We know Everton are good at set pieces. We know it. Don't do it. I don't know
what do you mean, Wan-Bissaka?
Sorry?
What do you mean, Wan-Bissaka?
Mate, across the whole game. Sometimes it was good, but across the whole game, people were making decisions too much, losing the ball in bad areas. If you're winning, you know that Everton are good at set pieces. Don't give the ball away silly. De Gea got the ball, threw it out, trying to do a counter attack. No. Easy. Let's just play smart. Come on, guys. We walked into a party, right, with our trousers down and said no one's going to laugh. Mate, we got laughed at. It's embarrassing. What's people saying? Edwin, I'm absolutely livid with that defense. We might as well play without them. Can't believe we have one of the most expensive defense. We should be jailed for dreaming about title race with that defense. I'm telling you right now, Edwin, and I'm going to give you this for free. We will not win the title with this defense. It's impossible. It's literally impossible. It's like me not eating for a day. I'm eating. I flicking love food. It's impossible. It's a shambles. Very well flecked. Shambles, yes. De Gea should have not played for the next few games. Look, people are angry. I get it. Very well flecked. Attack wins you games. Big time. Andrew, what's that, Andrew? AW play Lewin onside first half. I know he did. We know that. I know that. Honestly, like, Neji, I don't even know where to stay. I don't even know where to go because honestly, I can't believe that we just lost that game in the final dying seconds. They celebrated like they won the freaking final, the FA Cup final. They were absolutely like, come on. Neji, give me your 2 minutes, mate. Give me your opening statement, bro. How do you feel?
Bro, I ain't even got 2 minutes for you, man. My whole 2 minutes can be summed up and based on what I've been saying for the longest, bro. I tweeted it at the start of the game. I look at the spine of that team. Who's covering Maguire and Lindelof first and foremost? The question I asked. Scott McTominay can't defend. He's not a CDM. Pogba doesn't defend very well. He's getting better, but he doesn't defend very well based on options we've got. How on earth are you setting up in that manner? However, yes, okay, when Pogba was on that pitch, because he was playing a lot deeper, as you saw in the positions he was holding up, he was distributing the ball quicker and one. Because he's in a bit of form, maybe that's kind of helped. The moment he's gone off, and you throw Fred on the flipping pitch, I'm thinking, this is a game for disaster now. Fluidity's gone, everything. Absolutely everything. And let's be honest, that Scott McTominay header, great header, but keeper slips. Both keepers on both ends, absolute trash. So ultimately, that's a loss to me. That's a 3-2 loss. That is a 3-2 loss. How on earth can you have defenders at this level in the club and fans are backing them saying, yes, they are right and we need balance? Then man like Ricky and that, bro. I'll call names for. I don't give a shit, fam. That's my fucking team and you're messing around. How on earth can you tell me what United fan can come to me and tell me that our centre-backs are okay? They're not okay. They're shit.
They're not okay.
They are shit. And I've been saying this for God knows how long. I am sick to death of our spine being so weak and spineless, pun intended. Absolute trash. Bissaka, you look at him on the ball. I want better now. I'm sick of it now. I want better. I want clinical passing. When you've got the ball, I want 90% completion of passes when they go forward. Nothing below that. Those are my wing backs. Look at Luke Shaw. That's what I want on the right-hand side. I'm sick of it. Low standards. Do not want it. I'm sick to death of this damn team, man. Maguire's not a captain. Get him out my team. Let's go ruthless. Get out my team. Lindelof, Laters, pack your bags. Go to Sweden. Dip. Laters. Phil Jones, I'm glad you're back, bro. See you next game, fam. That's me done.
Oh, God. Wow, AG's calling for Phil Jones. You know what, right? This is how shambolic it is. Jack saying, why do we keep trying to defend at the end of games when we know we can't defend to save our lives? This is what I'm saying. Like, why can't we keep playing the ball? Play the ball. Look, the danger is where our box is. Get the ball away from our box. It's simple. It's easy. It's ABC 1, 2, 3. What is going on? Like, Bay's injured. I love the guy, but he's useless on the bench. Sean says this all the time. I can't rely on Bay, and I say it too. But when we can rely on him, he's good. But what is the point of relying on Bay when he doesn't play? He's just as bad as Phil Jones right now. If you look at it, they both can't play, so they're just as bad as each other. It is just shocking. Shocking. You know what, right? I actually feel a bit sorry for Ollie, right? I know his game management was a bit touch and go today, and we can talk about it until the cows come home. But come on, he's put the players on the pitch to play football and to win a game. In a winning season, the players have to see that out. If Pogba's on the pitch, I'm telling you right now, he's bringing that to the corner. He's doing his whole day long legs thing. He's being all like this, and no one's getting the ball. Someone on that pitch has to say, get the ball away. We are trying to win a trophy, a title in a pandemic season when probably this is our best shot. Liverpool, not there. Man City, we're still in a good reaching. Leicester, they always fade away. West Ham are trying to do it. This is a stupid season. This is our time to stake a claim and put our hand on a trophy. But no, 3 semi-finals bottled, can't do it. We're playing against Arsenal, can't beat them. We lose to Sheffield United, what's happening? And now we should have comfortably won that game. Comfortably. I don't want to talk about individual players, but I'm going to because I can. I'm going to talk about the individual player and then I'll come to Aiden and get your thoughts, right? We had chances to finish this game. Rashford, I've tweeted it. I'll tweet it again. I love the guy. Rashford is my guy. Like the video if you like Rashford. Like it, because I love Rashford too. But I'm telling you right now, he will not finish those chances until he's about 27, if we're lucky, because his intelligence is not there yet. His decision-making is not there yet. I saw this guy making runs into the box. He lost it on 3 occasions. He just doesn't know what to do when he gets there. And he had a one-on-one on the left. He tried to dink the keeper. Come on. I know when he's 27, he's going to do it. He's only, 23 years old. But for now, we're trying to state a claim. Maguire, his pace is, honestly, my gran, I love her. She makes some good cake. She would beat Maguire in a race. He should be like, come on, Maguire, where you going? He'll beat him. He'll give him a run for his money. Maguire saw that he was running. He thought, am I going to tackle him? I might get a red card. I'll leave it. And then De Gea does that stupidness. Honestly, I can keep going on. Let me get into the comments because I need to hear how all the fans are feeling because I'm in a different place right now. I'm in a different place. Ethan, what are you saying, man? Greenwood and Cavani didn't deserve that at all. Still sinking in for me. If I see Maguire in person, I'm slide tackling him. Wow. guys, that's the first comment. That's
go on, Ethan.
Big up. Guys, like the video for that, for Ethan, because God, that Ethan, you made me. Ethan, you made me happy, man. Salvation effect. 4 semi-finals is so true. Kliss, this defense will prevent us from progressing 100%. Lack of pace was exposed. Feel sorry. Guys, I'm being honest with you. If Bailly played and he was fit, we would have won this game. We would have won this game. For me, we would have won this game. The only way they were dangerous was in set pieces. Bailly puts his heart on the line. We've seen it
every time, bro.
He puts his heart on the line, and if there were counter-attacking us, Bailly would have easily got the ball away. But we can't rely on the brother, so we need a centre-back. It's simple. Buggy vibes. Rashford is clueless on the left. Oh, my God. Sherlock Holmes would be like, this guy, hold my coat. He hasn't got a flicking clue, mate. Honestly, this is something awful. Aiden, give me your thoughts, man. Give me 2 minutes, brother.
Okay, so I know a lot of people have been mentioning centre-backs, but I don't really think the centre-backs is the issue per se. And I'll say this because I think it's a bottlers mentality overall. I don't think it's just the centre-backs. Because I think if you look back at the games that we didn't win, that we should have won under pressure, it was the forwards. Liverpool was the forwards. Arsenal was the forwards. Now it's defence. So what's the common denominator? Under pressure, we don't perform. So to say that, if we had X or Y player that we would have won it, or we need a Pamecano when we need Konate, or if we had a Pamecano and Konate, we would have defended, but would Rashford still be bottling? Yes, he would. So I think this is a bottlers mentality that's running throughout the club. Look at our bad patch of form. When's that come? When we're practically in the title race and the talk starts coming. 4 semi-finals bottled, second legs of the CL bottled. It feels like every time we actually are under pressure, we bottle it. And, people say, why would you want to get Ramos? Why would you want to get Alaba? because they instill a winner's mentality. I mean, what do people expect? This is nothing to do with Ole. I'm talking about the club as a whole buying them. What do people expect when you buy Wan-Bissaka, when you buy Harry Maguire, when you buy Dan James? What, you think you're going to get a mentality out of them? Like, no, you're not. So this expectation you're going to get winner's mentality, you're not going to get it. And this is the importance of buying winners. If you do it correctly, it's very, very important. And I don't think, I'm getting a bit irritated with people saying, oh, the board, they haven't bought a centre-back. Bruv, the board isn't stopping Rashford from finishing chances. They're not. So this isn't, 1 minute it's the attackers, 1 minute it's defence. The real answer to this is the whole club has a Bottas mentality. And it doesn't matter how many people can use these stupid metrics. Oh, Bruno's got this many goals. We're at this many points in the year. If we bottle it every time it matters, it doesn't matter. I don't care if we beat Southampton 9-0. If we can't do it when it matters, I couldn't care less. And our players like Bruno and Pogba will leave because they have the winner's mentality. I mean, Bruno hasn't won anything per se yet, but they will leave. So I don't know what to say at this point. Like, it's just a bottler's mentality. It's throughout the whole team.
I agree. Aiden, I completely agree. I completely agree with everything you said. For me, right, I can say this every game that we haven't got the mentality. I've said it. We did a show on it with myself and Sean. Did a show on it. We haven't got the mentality. Can we win against 11 men? Can we really do it when we bottle it all the time? But for this particular game, it's clear as day where we lost it. And I know you can say the whole team should be doing it on a game by game basis, 100%. But on this particular game, for me, defense were the most to blame. Right? I can easily look at Rashford and say you missed some chances to kill this game. It could have been 4-2 easy. I was like, I hope we don't rue it. Guess what? We flicking rued it, mate. We rued it. Hunger Games, rue it. It was terrible what we flicking did. And for me, I know it's easy to say, oh, yeah, if we had a defender, it would be great, and so forth. But I'm sorry, mate. We've seen Bailly. How many times have we seen Bailly put his head in when the boot's this close to his face? And he sacrifices his life. And that's probably why he gets flicking injured. I don't see Lindelof doing it. I don't see Maguire doing it. And the problem with this, and just like you said, Aiden, the problem with this is that because we haven't got players who've done it before, won it before, they haven't got this intrinsic internal desire to win games no matter what. They're trying to build this up based on posters on their wall and, oh, I remember Cantona and, yeah, I've got this red shirt. This badge means so much to me. Great. But they haven't done it before. They don't know what it feels like. So when they go back in the changing rooms, they go on Instagram or just shut off their phone, they'll wake up and have another day. But when you've got people like Bruno picking up numbers, when you've got people like Pogba who's taken his team out to the World Cup and said, we are not losing this game, This is the difference. This is the difference with Manchester United, and this is why fans need to bring their expectations down because we keep going up and down. We're up, we're down. 9-0, fantastic. It was 10 men. I'm taking that to my grave. I love it. But these games, guess what? What the common denominator is in both games. We only got 3 points against Southampton. We only got 3 points. It doesn't matter if you score 15, 16 goals. The most important thing is the flicking points. That's what I'm saying about. People in here saying, Felix, thank you for coming, man. This game is not on the forwards, it's on the defenders. If you score 3 goals at Old Trafford, you should win the game. Oh, my God, Felix.
Facts. Any game.
If you could transform into this stream, mate, honestly, that is one of the best points I've seen tonight. It's crazy. It's crazy. Ethan, put a smile on my face tonight, man. Imagine Ramos and the team turning his fight.
He's been slide tackling for you, mate. I'm telling you that.
Just picture it.
Ramos
would be slide tackling it for you, Ethan. I'm telling you, bro.
Ramos would
he'd just go like, get out of my club.
And then he'd drag Lindelof off and say, I'll be on my own, bro.
Yeah, you know what? You know what really hurts me is that Lindelof ain't dirty enough. He's not. He's, you know, Jose. He's like, I want you to be
Swedish, man. He's too nice.
He's too nice.
He's that guy that hides behind people with like pub fights. He just goes, I'm not gonna like. We need someone that's gonna run in and just like yeet somebody.
Honestly, guys, I've got a lot of notes and because I always look at the game, I'm trying to understand and take down the game. This shows are never just off the cuff. I'm trying to understand what happened. Sean, so much happened in this game, and it was a weird one, right? And I've got loads of different things. How Rashford missed the chances, how Cavani was just rubbing off on other players. Greenwood stepped up. This show could have been completely different. But again, we make the mistakes. Talk to me about what happened in that last minute. Tell me what happened. How did we bottle it? Was it De Gea with the Decore miss? Who's the actual issue? Where did we go wrong in this actual game? Because there's so much to happen. But for me, it's the De Gea. It's flicking not defending our lines. It's trying to play offside. It's not wanting it. Where do you think we lost this game?
Right. If you remember at the start on the preview show when we were talking about the dangers of Everton, right? You picked out Richarlison as the main threat, and I said to you, I'm not worried about him. We've got Wan-Bissaka to deal with that. And the main threat in my eyes is the strength, pace, and threat posed by one Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And you were like, he's off form, he's no problem, you know. But he showed today, right? He's on his way back. And we spent about 5 minutes talking about literally at the end of the show that we needed a commanding centre back to deal with that guy. Yep. And it showed up exactly what I talked about, showed up exactly the reasons why I was concerned about it, because he ran them ragged. We haven't got a defender who can deal with that kind of player. And for me, you could even touch upon, and I think it hasn't been spoken about yet, but Axel Tuanzebe. I actually missed the foul because I'd literally gone to start setting up the stream. So I've literally gone out thinking, there's like 30 seconds left to go. This game's done. But I heard Axel gave away a foul after being on the pitch for 1 minute and picked up a yellow card. Now, in the last minute of a game against a team like Everton, you don't want to be giving away any free kicks or any fouls. I didn't see the foul, so I don't know if it was a silly foul or what kind of foul it was. But at the end of the day, you can't be doing that. That's naivety, that's immaturity, or whatever the case may be, right? So for me, that's a big factor in it. But ultimately, it comes down to our centre backs not being good enough. What Aidan says about the mentality of the team, I feel like that's unfair on a lot of players, because I feel like there are a lot of players in our team that have won and do bring that winning mentality towards the table. Cavani, Bruno, just look at the way they play. Look at the running they put in. Look at the way they initiate the press, right? They have been there, done it. Pogba's been there and done it.
Yeah, there are definitely players that have done it.
So I don't feel like we can say that the whole team lacks a winning mentality. I think that's crap. I think there are certain players in our team that are lacking that mentality, and they are bringing down the rest of them, and they are letting down their teammates essentially. So for me, I feel we know where those positions are. We know that they need to be addressed in the summer. I think they will be addressed in the summer. There are a lot of positives to take away from the game. I liked a lot of what we were doing in terms of from an attacking sense, the way we were boxing Everton in. We're playing a lot higher up the pitch now, which I've seen in more recent games in terms and winning the ball back quickly and sharply. The patterns were there, the way we created the goals. I like that. And again, Cavani, Bruno, it's just a joy to watch players like that. And the more players that we bring into the club like that, if we had an equivalent of a Cavani Bruno at centre back, we'll win the league. We will win the league, and we'll be there or thereabouts.
Cavani and Bruno were playing. Let's just talk about this now. I feel sorry for Bruno and Cavani today. I actually feel sorry because I made notes before and I was saying Bruno's not making too many rash passes. He's trying to hold the ball. He's trying to slow down the game. He literally surprised me this game. I was like, you know what, Bruno? You're listening, man. You're making a simple pass. You're holding it. You're not doing these first ball passes when the picture's changed. We talked about the picture. Bruno will play, have the ball in his mind before the ball's come to him, and he'll play it, but the picture's changed within 2 seconds.
And Dom, on that point, right? Just on that, literally on that picture, his goal was the perfect example of that, where he's looked at the picture, he's about to cross it in,
and then he stops,
and he's quickly changed his mind. He's like, no, whacked it in the top corner.
And now, sure,
that is what we want to see. Yeah.
Now we can't talk about that. It's going to get absolutely flooded in the stupid shambolic.
Because he let down by the rubbish defenders.
We shouldn't be talking about flicking Maguire, Lindelof, De Gea's flicking Parry. We should be talking about Bruno, Cantona-esque goal. We should talk about Cavani, easy, simple player.
So bad.
Yeah.
Man the match for me, Cavani, the way he just...
man of the match. And Dom, also, we're not letting... sorry, I forgot to mention this. I'm not letting De Gea off the hook, because I'm looking at De Gea now, and I've got to question him as a long-term goalkeeper in this club. Is he good enough? His bravery is starting to become a very big problem. It's been masked.
De Gea isn't. He's not a leader. He cannot lead or organize his back four. That's the difference with De Gea. De Gea is a quality talent, a world-class talent, but he's not a leader. He's not a Schmeichel. He's not a Van der Sar.
But he's
He
a
did not
pussy. I'm
command that
sorry to
box.
use that crude language, Neji.
He
He's
is though.
weak.
It's true.
He's
weak,
weak, man. He's
He's weak.
weak.
He is.
Weak, bro.
Yes.
He's weak.
Guys,
It's
in
weak.
the comments, tell me if it's time to just get another keeper and use Henderson. Are we overreacting
Oh,
here,
damn, man. Let him
or
go, bro.
is this based
No.
on just
375 grand a
Yeah.
week. No,
me?
no,
Based
no
on me,
way.
right? This is not just based on De Gea playing this game. I've seen De Gea making loads of mistakes over the last couple of months, years, and I'm like, you know what? Just give him the. And then Henderson came in, it started getting a bit better, and I was like, okay, cool. But is this really time to start going? All right, De Gea, man. I don't think you instill faith in a defense that's already shaky. Do you know what I mean? If you've got like a Lindelof and Maguire, and you're like, I'm not sure what we're going to get from him today, at least draw strength from your keeper. But if the keeper's doing parries like that, flicky hands against Sharp of Sheffield United, I know that was a foul, but if I'm the keeper, I'm doing a Romero. I'm flicking going Superman coming on my heart. Do you know what I mean? I'm flicking going
Romero was bro.
If I knee a guy in the eye, I don't care. I'm literally.
You don't care, bruv.
Mate, you know what I mean? This is a sport,
weak,
mate.
Man.
I know people playing rugby that lose their left ball. Like these guys are going down for. Like, you know what I mean? These guys are going down for a little. You know what I mean? Like a little blow. Look, I love De Gea, right? And what he's done for us for a long time. Okay, this could be seen as overreactionary, but this is not just based on this game.
No.
I've said to Sean in previous streams. I don't trust De Gea in the air on set pieces. Don't trust him. I don't trust him, and I feel like the old De Gea. I don't know where he is. But Aiden, talk to me about this, right? There's loads of things happening in this game, and we want to be positive, guys. If you're new, please subscribe to the channel. We're going to be coming back tomorrow with the morning after. You know, when you've done something wrong on a night out. Too much tequilas. What's going on there? And the next day you're like, okay, what happened there? We're gonna have another show tomorrow and just letting this all sink in. So subscribe to the channel so you can be informed of that, and we can do that. But Aiden, where I've got on my thing here, Pastor Fred here, right? And I want to get your thoughts on Pastor Fred. My guy, I like him. Okay, he's a little silent little preacher, and he goes about his business. But I tweeted that he should not be allowed to go past the halfway line. Okay, because I don't know, apart from natty, what he brings to the team that someone else couldn't do. Like I know he's very good at chasing down the ball, napping at it, and he's had some great games this season when we were like, yes, Pastor Fred, preach, come on, feed your disciples. But for me, I'm sorry, he's not one of those players I want to see in the team sheet every single week. He's not the Manchester United player I want to see in there.
No, he's not. Bro, the thing is, you got to see with Fred is like a bench quality player for Man United. Like I think we know this. I think the problem that we have with Fred is I've never really seen anyone say this, but as a team, you should work to retain the ball and regain possession when you lose it. For me, Fred, no one does that in the team at all. Fred is the only person that does. And what we do, for some reason, because we're not drilled to regain the ball and regain possession and be tenacious, we use Fred as the only person that does that. And that's why he looks so bad when he's out of the team. When realistically, we shouldn't need one player to do it. It should be a team effort. So it's like, do you know what it's like saying? It's like saying, it's like no one in the team can shoot, and you have one player in the team to shoot. When actually the whole team should be doing that. It's not something that you shouldn't have a player just to regain possession. So I think Fred is extremely limited. And if you take him as an extremely limited player, you realize that he is limited. You realize that he's nothing more than a ball retaining player, like in regaining possession. He's not particularly good on the ball. He's a pivot DM. He's not a lone six. He's not particularly tenacious in terms of going into tackle. Like he'll get a tackle, but he doesn't impose himself on the player. He'll just regain possession. So I think he's a very limited player, really. And I think that, on the De Gea point also, I think De Gea has been bad since the World Cup. And if I'm honest with you here right now, De Gea was never, ever a good leader. He was a good shot stopper, and he was covering up for the fact that he's a bad leader, because I think he's one of the best shot stoppers the game's ever seen, like flat out for about 5 years. But he's never been a good leader, and he hasn't had good mentality. But now the shot stopping's gone, you're seeing that, and it's looking worse. So I think that's why De Gea looks so bad. But yeah, that's my opinion.
Yeah, no, I hear you, man. And I'm not saying that Fred was the issue this game, not in the slightest.
No, he's not.
I'm trying to look. We know what the issue was. I'm not saying Fred wasn't. That's just stupid to think that. I'm saying where are we actually going to see improvement? Because we're not going to get a centre back for the rest of the season. We know we're not. We're going to have to approach every game hoping that we just contain and just hopefully get through the matches and there's no errors. I'm not saying Maguire's a bad player. It's impossible because we've seen when Baye's next to him, he's a completely different player. We have to, for me, right, we have to play to our defenders that we have strength. Okay, we saw in that last game when Maguire was playing and he had the ability to go forward against 10 men in Southampton, the guy was playing like flicking a White Rashford. He was literally on the left doing skills, doing things. It was unbelievable. I was like, Maguire, you are my guy, right? But we have to play to his strengths. If you know he's not very fast and Lindelof's not very fast against the Everton who break and have fast players, what do? You've got to combat it. You've got to think differently.
Back on Ollie, bro. That's what I'm trying to say to man now, yeah? We can have all these discussions, but Ollie got the team wrong. You have to be honest. I can't even lie to say he got his starting team wrong because obviously Pogba was on. But when Pogba's coming off the pitch, what are you replacing it with? Because remember, whenever Maguire, whenever Lindelof has started, they have needed to be protected. And I hate that. But I even said, who are you protecting them with then? And he brings Fred and McTominay on. Fine, cool. But against the team that was sitting back, that just brings on negativity.
Mm-hmm.
It broke up.
Why would you do that against that
and
midfield?
then they were playing against a defensive team. You don't do that.
No, you don't.
We were pushing high. Look at the first half. We were pushing high. We were a lot higher in the pitch. We didn't need to defend. Yes, the ball was on over the top. And this is why I said right from the start in my first tweet before when the team news came out, you either play Donny van der Beek with either Pogba or Scott McTominay, either one, or you play Twanzebe with Maguire because you want that team. They were not going to get protected, and the ball. Even if you look at the first half, the ball they were in over the first over the top every time.
Yeah,
You've got no pace. You have no pace. You're playing that high. You have no pace. No, I'm not a manager. You can clearly see that Twanzebe goes into that centre-back role just for his pace alone. Regardless. That should not be happening. Ollie got it wrong.
Neji, I hear your points, man, and it's hard to hear. It's hard to fathom. But you know what, Neji? All your points, though, is that even though you could say that potentially his team selection was suspect, but we still could have won the game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's the thing, bro.
Not could have, should have.
Yeah,
should have.
But Dom, the thing is, like, I get what you're saying, but this has been going on for so long. Like, why was Twanzebe never given the game after he practically pocketed Mbappe and did one of the best centre-back performances in the CL I've seen?
He's got his favourites. He's got his favourites. I understand that.
And I look. You know me. Like, I will praise Ole when I need to, and I think that a lot of players did let him down today. But you can't get away from the fact he has an obsession. Like, what I don't get is, people hated Mourinho for having obsessions with players, like when he used to have an obsession with McTominay. But why isn't it the same for Ole? Why does Ole not get the same treatment? Because he does have obsessions, and they're illogical obsessions. At least with Mourinho, they're usually based in winners' obsessions. They're winners, and he plays them because they're winners. But why was Ole has this obsession with people? I just don't get it. Because the thing is, when you play two DMs, it's not just the centre-backs that you're covering. You're affecting the whole team. I'll tell you like this, look. So we play Lindelof Maguire. We then play two non-creative players. We lose Pogba. We also then lose ball retention. We also then mean that we get less chances for the attackers. It also then means that when the attackers get chances, they have to take it. And it also makes the attackers look worse. So it's not just one thing. It's like a knock-on effect. So I don't know why, if you want to start Twanzebe here or there, that's fine. Just do it in some capacity. I'm not asking you to start him every game. Just do it in some capacity, some sort of capacity.
I hear you, man. No, it makes sense. Like, guys, don't forget to like the video. Just takes 2 seconds to like it. We want to get as high as possible. And again, subscribe if you're new. Really appreciate it. And guys, for everybody watching who watch this now or live or in the future, I appreciate your support because, like, again, we're in lockdown. Like, it's so hard to see people and socialize and see Manchester United fans. So, guys, I appreciate you watching and getting through this nonsense together, because if people say, "Oh, it's only football, Gary," you get people like, no, like this is a massive passion for us, and it keeps us sane. Or sometimes it can make us crazy, but it keeps us going. It's our hobby, it's our passion, it's our something that takes us away from all the stupidness in the world. So, guys, I appreciate you joining and getting through this. I want to talk about a guy, all right? And I know things are this is going to be interesting chat right now. I know things are torn about this guy, but I feel personally, and I'm intrigued to see what Sean and then Naji's going to say. Even Aiden, I don't know what your thoughts are on Aiden this, but I kind of know what their thoughts are. But I think it's time, and I've never put this guy down. I just said that he's always got kind of limits and he needs to prove his game. Is it time to put some proper respect on Scott McTominay's name?
Oh, hello.
And I know Aiden's scratching his head right now, right? And
No, I said yeah. Oh, yeah.
And Naji's trying to think.
Respect, Aiden.
I'll be honest with you. I'm going to come to you. You all tell me how you feel about Scott McTominay. Guys in the comments, talk to me. We know Scott McTominay can lose a ball sometimes. We know that he's a work in progress. He's still young. But the guy, not only does the guy have a mentality, loves the club, has grown up from the club, right? He has probably the best shot ability in the football club, like the most accurate shot, right? Without a shadow of a doubt, he's got the most accurate shot.
Calm down, mate.
Listen to me. Outside the box. Listen to me. Outside the box. If the ball comes to someone outside the box, I want Scott McTominay there more than Pogba, more than Martial, more than Rashford. Are you telling me that you don't want a ball that comes out at the edge of the box and you don't want? What do you want, Fred? Can I tell you what that ball?
You know the funny thing is, I told my mates. I remember I was walking out. We were going to a restaurant. And I told my mates about 2 months ago. I said McTominay is a better finisher than Rashford. I'm telling you, before any of this happened, I told them 2 months ago. I swear to God, and I said he's genuinely so good. But you know, he played up until striker until he was 15.
This is what I'm saying. People don't see that.
I think he's an AM. I think he's an 8. I don't think he's a DM. And I think that Scott McTominay's limitations. Okay, actually, put it like this. If you play Pogba DM and he loses the ball, people will say, why are you getting onto him? Because he's not a DM, he's an advanced 8. I think it's the same with McTominay, if I'm 100% honest. I think McTominay is quite similar to Pogba in the sense that he's an 8. He's not a 6.
He's never CDM. So, he is not.
Yeah, he's not. He's such a good finisher.
They play Fred and McTominay, flicking. They play Fred and Scott McTominay together to make one CDM, and it still doesn't work probably all the time.
It doesn't even make one CDM, does it? Because he's just not good enough.
It's like Dragon Ball Z, Aiden. You know Dragon Ball Z when they do that Kamehameha and they go and they fusion. It's one of those ones, and they turn into like a fat guy because it ain't working. Like, honestly, they're trying to like fuse together two box-to-box midfielders. That is just sometimes it works because you've got two people playing the same role, but sometimes it doesn't. But for me, Scott McTominay come up with a header today. Important. He scored so many important goals for us. He keeps the ball moving. He's young, so he can only get better. He's not in his prime years. I think it's too harsh on Scott McTominay because you know what I love about him? He wants to win. He wants to win.
He's a future captain, bro.
He's a future captain.
If he wins trophies, he's a future captain.
So for me,
Aiden, man, I'm just like in awe listening to Aiden speak like this about McTominay, bro. I'm just like, where's this come from, man?
People think like if I see something, I'm going to say it. I'm not like I don't have a blind agenda, bro. And like I just think that McTominay is very limited on the ball, and I think like if you're going to play him in the 8, you have to play him in certain situations where you have a ball player next to him. So you'd have to have someone like Pogba next to him to be better on the ball. So I think he's a limited 8, but I think he's a good 8. And I think a 6, he's woeful. And the same way, the thing is, a lot of Pogba fans don't like McTominay. But if you're going to make the argument that Pogba can't be criticised for playing in the 6 and losing the ball when he hasn't got Matuidi and Kante next to him, you have to make the same argument for McTominay because he's not a 6. He is not a 6. He never has been. He never will be. He's way too languid. And he actually, for his height and stature, he's quite nimble. And I don't think he's the second coming of flipping Pirlo. But I do think we need to give him some respect in the fact that he's not played in his right position.
And Aiden, right?
He's a good finisher.
And Aiden, right? We've got McTominay. Like we talked about this in the previous show, me and Sean. And I said to what players can we actually win the league with? If we play McTominay's right position for certain games, he can 100% be a part of the title winning team without a shadow of a doubt.
Trust me. Honestly, he is. I'm being serious, Like McTominay is the type of player. If you play him in the right sort of games, 100% well. I think it's similar to Fred. He has a job. He's not a complete player. He's not particularly technically competent. But if you give him the job that he's good at, he will do well there. It's sort of similar in some aspects to Wan-Bissaka versus a low block. If you play him versus a low block, he will do good. A high block when he's being pressed, when they're like 10 men behind the ball, he's good. But any other times, he's not particularly great. If you play him in his role,
of course, play him. Naji, tell me back because I know you always talk about Scott McTominay. and I feel like you do rate him. I'm not going to put words in your mouth, but you think that there's deficiencies and you rather see other players. How do you feel that Scott McTominay? How do you feel he played? What are your thoughts on him? Obviously, I've talked about it and said that I feel like we have to put respect in his name. Like he's doing some things that the way he receives the ball is a little bit. He always receives it on the half turn, so he's ready to pounce and go. I like that sort of the way he plays football there. What's your thoughts on him, bro?
I'll keep consistent. He's not a CDM, and if he plays CDM, I'll judge him as a CDM. It's as simple as that. When he plays in his right position, he gets my praises. You know, and if you look at every time I've judged him when he's played in his box to box role, he's got mad ratings from me. Like you know, other than the odd kind of little improvement here or there where he's had an 8 or he could have got to a 9, he's never had a bad rating from me in that respect. When he plays CDM, I don't want him there, and I don't care who, whatever. If we're attacking teams, because clearly the past couple of days, well, past couple of games, sorry. We've been playing a lot higher. So it means Scott McTominay has more advances in that area, which is then proven that he can do more in those areas. I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely fine with that. But when we are defending and we're having to back those stupid donkeys at the back, I don't want him there. Because we have no composure. He's got no composure with his back to goal. And because United gets so much pressure on them in those areas, he panics.
Yeah, he does.
He panics, and this is why I'm saying I don't want him on the pitch because if Ollie's going to keep playing CDM, I don't want him on the pitch.
No, neither do I.
I'm sorry if that makes it look rubbish for his ratings, but I'm telling you, as a CDM, he doesn't make my team. He will never make my team as a CDM. When he played against Leeds, he got mad ratings from me because you can see what he was all about. Fact.
Yeah, mate, you know what? I think you explain that so much better, like in terms of, I think sometimes on Twitter and different things, you can't get things out and people might think, but you're saying you rate him. Of course you rate him for like Leeds when he was scoring goals. In his right position, you rate him.
Yeah, I posted a video of him the other day saying, you know, we all know he's a box to box. When he plays CDM, it's not working. But he literally has the best techers for a midfielder when it comes to shooting and hitting a ball. That's not a problem. I think in our future, if we brought a CDM and had 2 better centre backs than Phil Jones and Twanzebe starting, right? I'm telling you now, bro. 1 CDM, I would happily play Donny van de Beek and I'd happily play McTominay slightly higher. And if I'm fully honest, like I would put Bruno maybe somewhere on the right until we get a right winger. Unless the
you know what, guys? I've just seen a tweet from Ollie here, and this is damning. This is it.
Like, no, is it about Popper? It's about Popper. No, bro. It's about Popper, please.
Like literally, no. Honestly, this is. If anybody's ever thinking, "Oh, are we still in a title race? Can we still do it?" This is the Manchester United manager, our club, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, saying this right now. We should not be considered as title chasers. We have got to better as a team and see where we end up. We need to stop conceding easy goals. You know, sometimes you get mind games. This is not a mind game. This is not a mind
pissed off, man.
You know he's pissed, isn't it?
He's fuming. He's fuming.
Not good enough yet.
He's fuming, and he's got a goddamn right to be, man, because the team's let him down. This is not on Ollie. This is the players. The players are showing. No, because that's all he's got. He's chosen the best team that he's got.
Sean.
No, don't show me, right? Because what I'm saying is, at the start of the game, that lineup, Dom and myself, it was very close to the teams that we picked. Nobody in our starting lineup said, let's start Axel Twanzebe. So it's easy. Everyone's a genius in hindsight after the game to come and say that.
Because you've got Pogba right there.
No.
Centre-backs, when Pogba's gone off, know the ball over the
it's
top
different. You can't talk about the time.
In-game management.
Can I just say?
But you can't make 3 subs. I think the in-game management that he did, you've got to look at the game, Neji, right? And when looking at the game, right? Yeah, we could say, his in-game management was this, his in-game management was that. That's not why we lost the game, bro. We lost the game by poor defending. We scored 3 goals.
On your point, Sean, Manchester United conceded 18 goals in 12 Premier League home games this season, one more than they did the whole of last season at Old Trafford.
But that's what I said. Yeah. I said last season, this stupid statistic I'm seeing when people saying we conceded less goals. It's like, okay, Sean, can I just say, for example, I think to say that it's just on the defence when these errors always happen to. Okay, look, these errors. Yeah, we've conceded goals. We know we conceded goals. We know that, but these errors always come when we're under pressure. Look at where the run has started to trail off. As soon as we started getting seen as title contenders, look at all the mistakes we've had. Semi-finals, CL second legs. You can't say for 1 second this is not on Ole. Partly, I'm not a stupid Ole outer that says it's nothing to do. It's all on Ole. It's not. But you can't say under a management that to some degree a mentality is not being instilled of winners and of composure. You can't say that. With Arteta, look at Arteta. There is a reason why Arsenal keep on making mistakes, because they have a loser's mentality instilled in them. What makes the best sportsman? Yeah, what makes them? It's not just the tech, it's the mentality. Ronaldo, technically, there's loads of players technically that are better than Ronaldo. Neymar is. But what made him a GOAT is because of his mentality. And to say that it's nothing to do with Ole, I get that the board hasn't backed him, but it's under his regime that we continually bottle stuff. So I get.
It's not just under his regime, though.
Wait. No, Sean. It is under his regime because under Jose's we did win stuff. We did. Okay, Sean, can you let me finish? Under Jose, we did win stuff. Maybe we didn't have the style of play, but we did win stuff. And I'm saying that yes, the board has messed Ole 100%. We know how awful they are, and I feel sorry for Ole because of that. But you can't say this is nothing to do with Ole because it's under his management. We're bottling.
All right, I'm going to respond to that. Yeah, so I will say that. Right, I totally get what you're saying in terms of the team when it's mattered. Right, we haven't gone that extra mile. You can call it a bottle job mentality. You can call it what you want. At the end of the day, when the pressure's been on, we haven't managed to basically deliver and go that extra yard. I would say the reason I don't put that solely on Ole and I look at the players is because we know Ole's a winner. Look at his response today. That shows how pissed off he is at what the players are doing. No, Ole is a winner. He is a winner. He's what? Look at the trophy. No. He, as a player, right? His mentality. He's got a winning mentality. He wants the best. There's no way you stay that long at Man United and achieve what he has unless you've got that winning mindset. So he will be looking for players. He will be looking who can transfer what he wants to do onto the pitch. And you've seen that with the type of players that he's brought in, the reason he's brought in Cavani, the leaders he's brought in with Bruno, right? What I'm saying is that we still have some players in there that are weak and that are letting the others down. And you can't put that on Ole. So what I'm saying is he will get them out. I have no doubt he will fish them out and he will replace them with players that have got that winning mentality.
When we get a new centre-back, Lindelof won't be starting games.
Of course he won't. Of course he won't. And Ole, and it will be killing Ole. It will be killing Ole right now that I've got this bloody Lindelof. I know my centre backs are crap. They're not good enough. I'm doing everything to save them.
No,
it is Lindelof. It is Lindelof, bro. It's Lindelof and Maguire. It's Lindelof and Maguire. It's Rojo. I'm saying the only defenders that make it into this team, and I think Luke Shaw will stay. 100%. And I know a lot of people have question marks over Wan-Bissaka. I personally believe he is showing the potential. He will be good enough long term. That's my personal opinion. And I feel like those two, I think we're okay on the flanks. We've just got to sort out the centre backs and obviously then the right winger and then potentially a CDM. Other than that, I think those are the final pieces to this jigsaw.
You're basically saying we're building a team. We're building a team. We haven't, Nagy says it all the time, we haven't got a right winger. We haven't had a right winger for freaking years, really. We haven't got a CDM. The only CDM we've got is Matic. And he can't play every game. That's the only recognised CDM we have. We've got a striker now. Thank God. What a surprise. He's scoring and making the team better. What a surprise. We've got a CM who plays good. He's got the highest assists and the highest goals. What a surprise. Look, none of this, when you get a good player in a team, it's not a surprise that they make the team better. Cavani, man of the match for me. Bruno scored a Cantona-esque goal. It's not a surprise that Luke Shaw, who's grown up in the game, had injuries, now he's finding form, that he's a high-quality left-back. Now we need to do the rest across the rest of the team. Yeah. And it's just frustrating because you see comments like this from Ole, and I never see him saying stuff like this. No. Results create the mood. The last kick of the ball makes us go really, really disappointed. We lost 2 points on a long thump, upfield, which we should have defended. All right, another quote from Ole. We had to get the ball in the corner and see it out. Poor goals to concede. You're telling me right now he's going to change room going, Lindelof, Maguire, De Gea, you know what?
Like, he's
Shrug it off,
fuming,
mate.
bro. I can
Shrug
imagine
it
he's
off, mate.
fuming.
No
He looks
problem.
fuming.
The guy is fuming. He's fuming because
Why are we letting
this
off
is life on the line.
Why are we letting off the flipping Glazers? I don't understand.
Mate, we don't talk about it
How
enough.
can
We don't
go
talk about it enough.
two windows, bro. Two
We don't talk, yeah,
glass
it's
car
true.
windows.
It's
There's
so
no
dumb.
centre
We haven't got centre back for time, man. It's so stupid.
You cannot go you can't go two windows without no centre back. It makes no sense.
And we're selling centre backs. And we're selling centre backs. You've seen that AFTV clip when he's like, and we're selling defenders, bro. We are selling defenders. Rojo, yeah, I'm telling you, yeah, Rojo would have put his body
Donny,
in the line.
free Phil Jones. That's all.
Rojo would have put his body in the line.
I'm not even joking, bro. I want Phil Jones to play, bro. I've had enough of them too because I've been consistent by cussing them out all year. Last season as well. I saw their stupidness last season. I thought, you know what? They got the sickest. They got they're one of the sickest. No stats again. I was like, no, look, there are loads of leaks within that defense, and you can see it. We got lucky last season, and it's the same this season. Get Phil Jones back on that pitch. I do not care if he plays the man offside because Bissaka plays every year. He plays every team, and he's leaving everyone on side. Let Phil Jones and Bissaka see who can leave the most people on side, and I guarantee we'll still win.
Yeah, we need to talk about that Bissaka today, by the way, because he left about 4 people on side.
And on Neji, on that point, I just got to say I agree with you. You know what? Harry Maguire last season, bro, he started to con me a little bit. You know, I started to think that he might be good enough and call him H-Boss. Officially, that title's gone. He's not H-Boss. That title's gone. I got conned. He brought me in a little bit with those performances last season, but yeah, it's so disappointing, man. It's so disappointing. He's not good enough.
You know, at the beginning when Shaw used to come on and his Wi-Fi was dodgy, mate, he bought that from H-Boss. I'll tell you that right now. It was some dead.
You know what's sad? On a serious, you know what's really sad? Me and Sean had a conversation a while back, in the earlies, about Maguire. And we said, you know what, maybe it's not really his fault. He cost 80 million. He needs a bit of time to settle everything else. However, he's clearly showing that why should we, on a serious, like, give him a bly when you were 80 million and the captain? Like, if he wasn't the captain, if let's look at Lindelof. I feel Maguire should be treated the same way Lindelof is. And go, you know what, he's not really all of that, but he does a job. That's how Maguire should be treated. But because he's got the captain's armband on him, and the board paid 80 million, we know he's going to be there for time. So if you're going to be there for time, I'm sorry, you've got to do more.
Yeah. Now, you know what the worst thing as well, Neji, is that it's annoying that we have to say, oh, Maguire looks better when Bailly plays. We shouldn't have to say that. When another he should play good on his own. He should be like flicking Van Dijk. Van Dijk makes any player better, but he's a good player. Another thing on Scholes, right? De Gea, he's got to be bigger and stronger. I've been saying this on so many of my streams that De Gea is not strong enough. He's not aggressive. He's a little pretty boy. And he ain't even pretty. He's a pretty boy that's not pretty. That doesn't even make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
No, it is. He does this after every tackle. He does this.
He's not even pretty.
Dom, allow it, man.
I'm getting angry. I'm not like that.
Dom, allow it, Dom.
Dom's moving mad, you know. Dom is moving mad.
Their own way. I support everybody.
Dom said that with his chest, you know. He's not pretty.
I'm emotional. De Gea's a lovely human being. He's pretty. Everybody's lovely in their own way. What I'm saying, right, is that De Gea is not strong enough for me. The gloves are not big enough. They're not big enough, man. It's not.
He's too timid.
He's
too timid.
Yeah, he's weak.
Right?
He's weak,
if we
man.
talk about the actual game, Pogba controlling the game in the first half. He looked up for it. I don't know how long he's going to be out for. Ollie's saying it might get high. They're going to have to go for a scan. So now our midfield options have gone down again. We have to play Matic. We have to play Scott.
If Donny does not get minutes now and does not start, I'm a flip on Ollie, bro. Watch.
He will. He'll come in. He'll play. He's going to play against West Ham. Donny will start against West Ham. I'm sure.
I don't want no cup games. No. Not no cup games. Not no youths. It's not no Asney and Husnor from Arsenal. Yeah. Not no potential Asney. None of that stupidness. He's Premier League starting.
Okay. Yeah.
Our midfield is going to be so bad when now Pogba's gone.
No.
You know what? It won't be that bad. Aiden, it won't be that bad.
Mate, Dom, it won't be that bad. It'll be horrendous.
No. We've won games without Pogba. Let's be realistic here. It won't be as good for certain games, but we've won games without Pogba. The problem is, if we play as a team, it doesn't matter if one of our players are injured. That's what we've got depth for. We've got Donny. We've got Bruno. If we play as a team, it's fine. But the problem is, we don't always play as a team, and we need the individual brilliance that Pogba does against Fulham. Today was probably the first time I've seen in a while we were playing ball. I tweeted it in the first half. I was seeing movement, passing. Bruno was doing one touch. People were passing. I was loving it. I don't know if they saw the Amad Diallo video and they were like, "Hey, we better step up now." That was under 23s, but they were doing nice play, and I was like, "Yes, bossing it." Then Pog goes off, and I'm thinking, "All right, we're gonna have to." I was intrigued. How did you feel about Fred coming on? Were you happy with that?
So do you know what? Right, I would say that with Pogba, I feel like the Pogba that we're seeing at the moment, and you know me, like. I've gone in on him. I'll criticize him when he needs to. But the fact remains is when he's on his game, and he has been the last month or so, right? Last 2 months, Fred McTominay, no one can compete with him in our midfield. He has to play, right? And especially when he's having his defensive awareness and he's doing his bit for the team.
Yeah,
like,
good today.
We miss him. It's noticeable. As soon as he came off, the quality dropped, and the way we're playing and the attacking impetus that we have, Fred and McTominay cannot compensate for that quality. The way he was switching the ball out to Luke Shaw. So we definitely lose a lot without him in the team. How does it impact us? It's like we haven't got anyone else to bring in. I would have seen, for me personally today, I was hoping that when Pogba went off, I would have brought Donny van der Beek straight in. And I was surprised to see Fred literally zipping down his tracksuit straight away, because for me, we needed it wasn't a game for that. We needed that attacking creativity. We still needed that attacking impetus. And it's funny because me and AG will get to the same place in terms of putting Donny in. But for me, I feel that out of the two, if you're playing Donny and Fred at the base of the midfield, for me, Donny's strengths are going forward. He's the more attacking out of the two. So I would have given him the license to do the attacking play, and I would have had Scott McTominay hold him, because I feel out of the two, his defensive attributes are more. But playing McFred in that game, I put a tweet out, but it was more for banter, to be honest with you, because I wasn't really happy seeing that, because it wasn't the game. We didn't need it. No, we were dominating.
It was a weird one, man. Look. This game, we should have won it. We should have won this game. It was literally the final seconds. It was embarrassing. Everyone's happy. Every Premier League club right now is happy. You've got Man City, or 2 games in hand? They could be well ahead of us by the time they play their 2 games in hand, right?
Ahead, bro.
This is what I'm saying. Look,
they'll be 9 points ahead, but if they beat us.
There you go.
Wait,
You've got Leicester City.
They'll be 12.
This is what you got. Leicester City. If they win their game, they're on level points. Mate, it's all to play for. And you know what? I let it happen to me. I'm so silly, guys. I'm so silly. I let this happen to me all the time. I have this false hope thing that, oh, wait a minute, can we do it? And I fall for it all the time. And I have to
but I don't, bruv. That's why I'm so negative. I just never fall for it.
I try to see the positive. I try to see the positive in the team. I'm thinking, look, we're still up there. As long as we're still up there, by fact, we can still compete. But really, long term, are we really going to do it this defense? Are we really going to do it without a dedicated right winger, without a dedicated CDM, there's so many holes that we need to do. If you want to spin it, guys, we can say, look, the future's bright when we actually do get the players.
Definitely.
Fantastic. But I tell you right now, next season is not going to be easy. The following season is not going to be easy. Mate, this was the most quietest, driest Sean's elbow transfer window I've ever seen in my life. Ever seen in my life. And you're showing your elbows are fire, man.
I know they are, bro.
This dry.
Man's always got the coconut oil ready. Always.
He's really lubricated.
That reassured me still.
Hey, Dom, that's going to get clipped, bro. I swear to God, I said that. That's going to get clipped.
No, but honestly, though, like this transfer window was the quietest transfer window. We are in a pandemic. This is the time to literally grab this table and go for it. And that's why it hurts me. And that's why I keep getting positive about when we win 9-0, when I thought we were going to win this game. I'm like, we're still thereabouts. And guys, I'm not going to give up hope until we are out of the top 4. And I mean, City are like 10, 15 points ahead of us. I'm still going to say we're competing, but I'm not going to like the way we're playing. I'm not going to like the mentality. And I think there's room for improvement. There's massive room for improvement. But when we get the players, when we get Amad Diallo playing on the right, and he's got some competition from a recognised right winger, when we've got a good centre-back that has pace, I'm not saying, oh, yeah, Maguire plays better with Bailly. No, let Maguire play better with Maguire. That's what I
Drop
want.
Maguire, bro.
That's what I
Don't
want,
say
and
it,
that's
man.
what we need as a football club. So,
Sell him,
guys,
sell him and make some money.
okay, Nazy saying something.
Do you think they have the balls to do it?
Yeah, of course they will,
No,
man.
Ollie's
What
not got
to-
the balls to do that, bro. Fact.
No,
No. If they
No,
if
the
they want
board.
money, they will.
yeah.
Guys, just
Oh, the
quickly,
board.
don't forget to like the video. We're going to be back tomorrow with a kind of like a morning after. You know, when you just calm down, you're like, what happened last night? We'll be back for that. Apparently Axel's getting racial abuse as well.
Again.
Oh, great.
Sake,
Great. That's
man.
exactly what we need now.
It's good.
Now you're taking the
Now, man.
piss.
That's exactly what we need now. Absolute joke. But anyway, guys, we'll talk about that probably on the Monday night
Didn't
talk
even
show.
do anything.
about
How
all
can
this.
you abuse him? Oh.
Guys, yeah, I really appreciate it. If you can like the video, it makes a huge we've got about 15 here now. So if you can all like the video, I really appreciate that. Subscribe if you're new. I think we're over
Big up,
300.
everyone.
Great. But guys, I really appreciate you. Thank you for joining. Just try not to let it ruin your night. I'm gonna go and get some custard creams and a cup of tea to calm down.
Yeah, man.
And Sean will get his peppermint tea. But guys, we'll speak to you tomorrow.
Peace up.
Keep up the faith. We're gonna get there, but we just got to take our time. We just have to wait.
We've got Big Sam away next.
Just have to wait. But guys, have a good evening. Peace out. A-Town down. This United Sauce and Wingers. Peace.